Anyway, this is part 3 of the Asian Maynard situation. Okay, the girl who I'm combining her photo with is a female who a few months back, this happened about 4 or 5 months ago. The story went like this. A Brooklyn teen was kicked out of her Brooklyn apartment by her grandmother after recording some videos on ghetto gaggers. And there was an interview that the girl did, or either a phone recording that she had with her sister or one of her friends. And she was talking about how the guys were white. They were not just a couple of random niggas. They was white. And that they paid her $2,000. And, you know, she had that thick New York accent as she explained all of this. And the thing that we can get from it is that black females believe that inherently a person or a man is good if he's white. There's very little, if any, possibility that anything could be possibly wrong with him if he's white. And that in general, if a man is black, he's bad and he's evil and he can't be trusted. And if you look at that mentality, it is pushed and it is more encouraged by the internet and these group of women named divestors. Now, divestors are the opposite side of the red pill incel community. They are actually socially awkward females who don't really have a life, and they live by statistics and numbers. Statistics, numbers, and celebrities. Celebrities are their projection. They live through celebrities. They are the celebrities. That's why they talk about these irrelevant people all the time. And they always, like, if they don't have the example of celebrities to use, they don't have examples. If you ask them to show real life evidence in some shape or way, like link me to a TikTok page, link me to a Twitter account, show me some type of real life evidence of the stuff that you say, and I can guarantee you they won't have it. You know, so they live completely by statistics. And what they do, they have literally contaminated the minds of young black women. And young black women who might be a little bit socially awkward, they're being made even more socially awkward and even more antisocial by these women. And they sit online all day to the point that these women have basically withdrawn and pulled out and basically unleashed hell when it comes to white, violators of children, traffickers. And I'm going to keep it real with you. The pharmaceutical and the medical industry. Because if you need body parts, and if a woman is going to sit up there and scream and holler at the top of her lungs and hashtag all over the place that she's the least protected woman, then nobody is going to just walk up to a doctor's office and give body parts away. They have to be taken. And if you're going to sit up there and scream how unprotected you are, you're going to set yourself up to be hit upside the head and set up on dates. A black woman going out and doing anything nowadays is a danger. You know, you probably can't even meet with a person in a safe, open space with all type of other people present, including security guards. Because they'll just, he'll just get any old white dude to just dress up in a suit and bow tie and look professional, and he can meet you in a flower shop, dead in the middle of a busy hotel lobby, 1:00 p.m. on Saturday during fucking Mardi Gras, for all I care. And she'll be then walked off with him and been killed and had a heart and kidneys and liver removed. So this is what they set themselves up for. And the absolute and complete arrogance, like, black people should hold the whole system accountable. Like, Democrats, your local prosecutor, your local judge, your prosecutor, your police chief, the whole system, from the closest individual to us that we look up to, the preacher, I don't give a damn, from the preacher to the politicians, all of them should be held accountable for this. How is it that we are sitting here and a person can sit up there and go to a police office, a police department, and the police tell you, oh, well, the body's already at the funeral home. What? And they didn't even contact the family. This body could have had parts removed and everything. And then they say, with a clear murdered body, well, we don't think anything happened. It was the same thing with Lawrence Smith Fields. Oh, well, he's a good guy. And I think they ruled her death a drug overdose. And it's the same thing down in Georgia with Kenneth Johnson, I think his name was. He was murdered by a white classmate, a teammate, actually, his football teammate. And the coroner initially ruled it, like a couple of years ago, they went ahead and said that it was a homicide. But yet you have no movement, which is a militant move on behalf of the system. It's a militant white power move that says we are not prosecuting anybody for killing a black person. Black people, we haven't come together and organized our money. We haven't established a strong identity. We don't have our own institutions. We don't have anything that we can take away, nor any. And I'm gonna just keep it real with you. We really don't have that much care for one another. I'm gonna keep it real with you. Black women have a very zebra mentality. The only thing that zebras come together for is to protect themselves from lions, hyenas, and anything else that might eat them. Other than that, it's every zebra for himself and every zebra for herself. And the men, the males, come together to fight over pussy. That's it. Zebras are actually more savage than hyenas, believe it or not. Even hyenas and wild African dogs have some level of structure. Zebras have none. They have no unity, no brotherhood, no sisterhood. This is what God told Hagar after she became Abraham's baby mama in the Bible, that your son will be a zebra of a man. And I always thought that was a weird thing to call a person, a zebra. But then I looked into the difference between a zebra and a backyard horse, like the horse they have out in the country. There's a big difference. But black women and black people, we don't have no unity, man. And because of that issue with a man being white, and in their eyes, white man, innocent, good. His credit is good. He's got a house. He's never committed a crime. He ain't got no kids. He ain't gonna make you no baby mama. It's all this angelic goodness. There's no even questioning them. And if I were a white guy who's a bastard, just a violent SOB that just believe if a woman talk back to me, her head should be smashed through a window, I would be looking for a black woman right now. I mean, look at that dude, Chad Wheeler, who beat up the woman up there in Seattle, And I'm looking at her and thinking, she's a nice looking woman, but I'm thinking he probably dated her because he knows that he can get away with doing things to her. And you'll notice and observe there hasn't been too much talked about that case. Like it was talked about initially, and then it's been dropped. Nothing is being mentioned about it. So they're going to probably end up letting him off very light. And there were many people who were saying, according to what he said, there's no reason that this dude shouldn't be charged with attempted murder. I mean, there's no reason. And yet he's going to walk with very little time or nothing at all. And it's because of this conversation that goes on online between black man and black woman. See, when something like the Asia Maynard situation happens, you see these divestors and these incel males, they're talking to each other. They're talking to each other. They may as well date. Even the YouTuber Nyla Speaks, who pushes divestment and interracial dating, but she's engaged to a black man named Taz. Even she said about 5-6 years ago that all these gender warriors should date each other. And then Nyla Speaks hangs with Cynthia G, who she's not interracially dating. She got pregnant by a black man. Crystalline Karazine is no longer with the white man that she was married to. She pushes interracial dating. She's with a black man. You have Irene Yvette, who used to push interracial dating. She got married to a white man, had 2 kids, got a divorce. Now she's with a black man. Chrissy allegedly was dating a black man who made 6 figures, but she's not with him anymore, and she's not with anybody. So these people who sit up there and encourage you online, they don't have anything to show for it when it comes to their very own lifestyles. It's just like Tommy Sotomayor, who says that women are evil and then pays women $2,500 after he flies them across country to have sex with them. How the living hell are women evil? And you sitting up giving them $2,500 and putting them on planes. Nigga, you tripping. You know, I try not to say that word, you know, but Lord have mercy, man. Please wipe that word out of your vocabulary. But, you know, I try not to say it, you know. I'm working on it. But, man, it's crazy, man. It's insane on just a whole nother level, man. But these folks should date each other. Incels and SYSBM and these divestors, they're the same thing. And when this happens, the reason why they don't speak about the justice aspect of it is because this is how they talk to each other. See, one of the Incel SYSBM red pill guys, they may as well have taken a gun and shot them a black woman today. So when these type of stories happen, it's like a killing. It's like one of them, because of the way that they live online, it's almost like one of them went out there and killed a black woman, and vice versa. The divestors, they refer to black men as bullet bags. So whenever a police killing or just a casual murder, even though there's nothing casual about murder, but whenever a police killing or a murder happen, then that's like one of them killing a black man. That's like a divestor killing a black man, because that's how they live. They live completely online. They live by statistics, numbers, and their world, their personalities are celebrities. I believe that they just project themselves through celebrities, primarily celebrities that are in interracial relationships, or either relationships that tend to fit a certain agenda, like Russell Wilson and Ciara. Now, there's countless black men, rich black men and women who are married that you can make an example of. But the reason why they like to push up the example of Russell Wilson and Ciara is because it has a certain abnormal element to it of rich guy who marries older woman with kid. And this is what society teaches them, you know, that they can have this type of unreasonable expectation to go out there and screw up and get babies and get old and find young, rich millionaires. So the Russell Wilson-Ciara marriage is what the divestors and hypergamous women project their image through, or attempt to project their image through. And Kim and Kanye are who the guys project their image through. Now, because the system is how it is, what the system does is make sure that 100% of black men that are in the media, that are visible, are in dysfunctional relationships. Where do you begin? Steph Curry and his wife, open relationship. Will Smith and his wife, entanglement. There's the abnormality of the Ciara Russell Wilson marriage. Just name the relationship, and trust me, they have shit on it. Just name it. Name the black couple and you know, in the black relationship, and it has been shit on by the media. 100% of them. No black couples are allowed to exist in what may appear to be a functional, normal social setting. Appearing to be normal, decent, and functional. They're not allowing it. You know. But anyways, you know, man, rest in peace to Asia Maynard. I hope she gets justice, and I hope that the consciousness of black people really turns to where we pay these type of stories more attention than what we do people like Shay Means and Tommy Sotomayor. Rest in peace, Asia Maynard. I'm out.